Ooh, Chad, we're back.
Juno eating the dupe at the last possible second before the stream went down, you absolute scamp.
That was powerful. Ceribot is here.
Ceribot's here. Well, that means... Damn it. This
So
reward
fast.
is temporarily out of stock.
So fast. That was lightning fast.
Chat, can you hear me now? You got an edible? I really can't stress this enough. What do you... Dupe? Hey, Dupe?
Yeah?
Why is there a flavor called edible? I really can't stress this enough.
People tend to name them. And
you have the power.
I copy and paste them in there, so...
You have the power, Dupe. Dupe, I'm going to tell you about this magical phrase that can get you out of all sorts of sticky situations. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Here it is. I'm going to hit you with it. All right, get ready. The phrase? No.
Whoa.
Yeah, right? Right?
Say it again. Say it again.
No.
Mufasa. Oh goodness. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quietly play the music in the background. And then I'm gonna get myself my daily do. Hey, Sorry, continue.
I was going to sound check if that's okay.
No.
About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, that was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him.
How could this story possibly go? How could this story possibly... He stopped a car from ramming into Bella Swan and saved her life, but he's a vampire!
Deeply seductive and extraordinarily suspenseful. Twilight is a love story with bite, says the back of the book. Alright, anyway. Speaking of a love story with bite, day 51, measures must be taken. The replica program continues apace, but something has gone wrong at Castle Oblivion. The Dusks returned with word that none of those we dispatched survived, but the news came in fragments. I still know too little to extract the truth. I doubt Haxel would be among those lost, but I must plan for the worst. First, I must locate the Keyblade wielder. It's so cold in the way that he writes, but there's such a... Well, they didn't kill my boy. I gotta be prepared in case they did, but no. That's my boy.
That's my boy.
They didn't get him.
And also, another odd little thing that just gets canon confirmed here, the Dusks communicate.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw the little bit when we've come for you, my liege. But yeah, the full confirmation that they do in fact speak to the Dusks, use them as couriers, as messengers, as, you know, eyes in the sky. And again, when you compare a Dusk, you know, sort of a basic nobody with a Shadow, or even a Neo Shadow, a basic Heartless, the levels of cognizance are entirely different. Neo Shadows in KH1 are a special example because, you know, the encounter with them shows them coordinating and working as a team. But that said, even they don't speak. and especially not speak with the type of sentient awareness that makes them worthy messengers.
Yeah.
And like trustworthy as couriers of information.
And like, while Xemnas' word is so dubious in basically the whole fucking series, it is also just kind of worrying enough that we can't fully confirm whether or not he did obtain the ability to turn any of them into Dusks.
It seems trustworthy, especially given how much when people talk about it, they talk about it as a real and present danger.
And just the idea that, like, no, I'm gonna turn you into not only a horrible little latex monster man, but also just somebody who has just enough conscience to be able to be subservient and just do my bidding.
You'll still be you enough. Ugh.
Yeah. Icky. Gross. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Well, I will say the manga does also portray the Dusks as being scampy little guys sometimes.
It does, yeah. The manga's really funny.
The manga has a great panel of them waking Roxas up by one of them reaching over and plugging his nose and covering his mouth. They're goofy little guys.
Yeah.
And horrifying eldritch abominations.
They are. And weirdly enough, them being a little bit goofy is even scarier.
Yeah, because there's still some personhood in there.
There's a people in there. What if I took this idea and disguised it as my own cooking?
Delightfully devilish, you know.
Oh, but, God.
A52.
Yes. Axel! Roxas! Another mission. I've lost track of the Keyblade Kid and the other intruders. I'm the only one left in the castle. Everyone else has been destroyed. My orders were to end the traitors, but I think that by this point, I fit that bill better than anyone. But there's one last thing I need to look into while I'm here. What could he mean? So yeah, at this point, CO has gone bad.
Or gone according to plan, depending on who you ask. I do also love Axel's sort of acknowledgement of, well, in acting on our mission, I have sort of become the traitor myself. Oops.
And yeah, actually, at this point, Sora is asleep in the egg.
Is he? Hang on.
He's the only one left in the castle.
Well, oh, no, that's right.
Right?
Everybody else. No, I was overthinking it. If that's everybody else, that includes Marluxia.
Yep.
Wow, it really didn't take long.
No.
I say that, but like Sora, that does mean Sora was in there for like better part of a month at least.
Which is also fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Peggy 12.
Peggy 12. And like, it's kind of hitting me. It's hitting me a lot that like, at this point, if Sora's in the egg and everything's starting up, then basically from day 52 onward is when Roxas is gonna start having some weird dreams.
Yeah, because he was... he had already been asleep because Shion mentions that on day 50.
Mm-hmm.
He woke up. I think he was dreaming the whole time. So I guess Sora's been in the egg for a few days.
Ooh, so maybe... Oh, there's so much. Why am I? Why is my audio so punked today? It stinks. Everything was set up and now it's all broken again. Boo.
Is audio messed up for people in chat, or is it just how it's coming out of here?
Just like it. Like my sound redeems are now real big, and they weren't before. I'm gonna warp.
Look, I'll be perfectly honest. The volume of the sound redeems, I don't give a fuck about right now.
Yeah,
As long as we are audible, there's only so many things that I am inclined to to stop to fuck with.
No, yeah, that's where my brain's at. I've hit the wall with it today. I'm just like, no, that's just another thing that I will fix later. Like, that's too many spoons. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I'm more frustrated at my system than anything. I'm like, why? Why is this happened?
Day 71.
Day 71. Ooh, Ziggy Biggy.
Sykes had a hand in what went down at Castle Oblivion. Well, more like a whole arm. Which means Axel was in on it as well. It's a fact. Xemnas ordered Axel to take out the traitors. Orders which went through Sykes. No specific names were given, but naturally, Xemnas knew who the turncoats were right from the get-go.
I find it fascinating that Ziggy Biggy knows, oh, well, if Sykes had a hand in this, then Axel did. He knows that they're, like, fucking close.
Yeah.
They aren't hiding it from him.
No, and, well, I don't think, like, it's obvious that Xemnas keeps a lot of information close to the vest.
Mm-hmm.
I fully imagine that, just given who he is and as number 2 of the organization, Zigbar is probably almost completely abreast of every bit of information that Xemnas is. The two of them probably talk. I mean, despite the fact that Sykes is acting number 2, I'm still fairly certain that Xemnas probably talks to Zigbar more than Sykes about all things. Granted, Sykes is top clearance, but Zigbar is his own guy and also has his own agenda and always seems to know a bit more than you expect him to.
For real. And, like, it's so fascinating because, again, in-game, we don't really see Zigbar as much more than a goofy guy that, like, occasionally alludes to a couple things, but, like, whatever. Whereas here...
An aging surfer asshole.
Right? Whereas here, we've got direct confirmation. No, he's not only like, oh, how the fuck did he get number 2? When clearly Sykes is the big bossy one, like the one that seems to be most connected and like most, you know, he's giving out orders, right? Like, he has an air of authority to him, and yet Zigbar is confirming in this message, no, I'm the one who's keeping tabs on what Sykes is doing, actually. And which is, it's just, it's pure like, oh, so you do know a lot more than you are actually showing, don't you? I love
Sykes knows,
the layers
so does
to
Axel.
it.
Things have gone quiet lately, but those two were fucking when they first joined.
Oh, they fucking.
Oh, they fucking. And, like, I have no reason to assume that it's meant to be doublespeak, but I can also... No specific names are given, but naturally Xemnas knew who the turncoats were right from the get-go. The way he words that, to me, carries the implication that you could just replace Xemnas with I.
Yeah.
But naturally, I knew who the turncoats were right from the start. And as an extension, so did Xemnas.
Right? Xigbar is a fascinating character.
Yes, he is.
And on my first playthroughs through this series, he really went under my radar.
Yeah, they do a good job bearing the lead with him at first, for sure. And the Xigbar, the bunk below Sixel. I'm keeping it down.
Trying to get a type 8. Day 72.
Axel killed everyone at CO. That clever little sneak. Anyway.
Day 72, human. Author Axel. The longer you know someone, the less you need to speak in clear terms. Everything gets across with a wink or a nudge, and a little reading between the lines. When it comes to what befell of our late comrades at Castle Oblivion, ambiguity suits me just fine. But the Keyblade Kid and Roxas came out to say every little thing that comes to their minds. Maybe that's human. Or maybe they're just special. And Roxas. Maybe that's human.
After all.
I'm shaking Axel. I shake
the first of many times, Axel, you're almost getting it.
You're so close. You're so close,
right,
baby man.
You're right there, man. He's not wrong. They are special, but he is still missing something important.
And, like, even in describing, like, the longer you know someone, the less you need to speak in clear terms. That's a very deeply human and with a heart thing to do.
Yeah. That sounds like you've made connections. Day 73. What now? I lost the ability to use the Keyblade. And I have no idea why. I don't know what to do about it. About anything. It happened suddenly after Roxas woke up. If I can't collect hearts anymore, the organization has no use for me. This is terrible.
Baby girl. Baby girl.
This organization kills people if they can't get it up.
Day 74. Shion's face. Author Axel. Honestly, I never got why Roxas was so crazy about Shion. I know they both joined up around the same time, and they're both rookies. But how do you get so close to someone who hides their face all the time? Well, I saw it today. All of a sudden, number 14 up and takes off her hood. Shion's a girl. And she looks just like Namine. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! It's the best GM in this side of Twitch! Blush!
Flasha.
You have no ears right now. Your browser's being stinky! No! Hi, Raiders.
I hope Amlians was good.
Yeah.
You can't hear me, but I still hope Amlians was good.
Yes. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. We're going through the secret reports for days. And if you are interested in sticking around, we're going to be here for a little while. And just in case you happen to be new here, hi, my name's the Dupus. I also go by Dupe. My pronouns are any, all, and I'm the gender fluid omnisexual wonder dog. I'm joined today by my beautiful wife, Catterday Night. Cat, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Cat. Catterday Night. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm a little mushroom.
She's a little mushroom.
It's true. Hi, Kate. Mwah.
And, anybody who came from Splashes, we're also part of a TTRPG that she runs on Thursdays, every other Thursday, called Sunken Valley. So go check that out because it's really fucking good.
The way you said Sunken Valley reminds me of my awful Moomin troll impression.
Hey, Snufkin. Valley. No, it's not what he sounds like. That's not what Moomin Troll sounds like.
That's exactly what he
It's
sounds
not
like.
what he sounds like.
Daddy, why does Mama say you're always upstairs writing bean flickers?
Anyway,
Little Mike,
day
why
7.
you gotta be so mean?
You gotta be so mean.
Day 75.
Yeah. Oh my god, he says she looks just like Naminé.
Yeah,
Splash high. Blah, 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 blah.
because she does, in fact,
Mm-hmm.
look just like Nominee.
Mm-hmm. 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 And the fact that Axel sees her like this. Oh my god. He's making connections. I scream. I
Oh,
scream.
and Nominee, someone that Axel, dare I say, made a connection with.
Mm-hmm. I just, you know, and when I...
Yeah. Up next.
Then we got day 75.
Gotta do something. Roxas has been coming along on my missions to help out since I can't use the keyblade. Axel's covering for me, so I should be safe for now. But what am I gonna do if I never get the keyblade back? I can't lie forever.
I love her. My daughter.
She's been alive for 10 weeks and has been fearing for her life the whole time. Horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Day 94. All goes apace. The hearts, collected by our two Keyblade wielders, Roxas and Shion, have gathered together. And now, Almighty Kingdom Hearts waxes large in the night sky. Our efforts have come to bear fruit, nearly ripe for the plucking. Our plans proceed smoothly. Alarmingly so, in fact, though this is no time to be deterred by paranoia. It's all too easy so far, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everything will keep going great. I'm sure both of those Keyblade warriors are great and stable and feeling good
Feeling
about
fine.
things.
Think about things.
Yep, that's where my brain went also. 95. My past. Neither Roxas or I have any memories of our human lives. I don't even remember my first days as a nobody. Roxas said that he was the same, but I'm not so sure. For me, it's a total blank. I can't even remember the day I met Roxas or Axel. It's all a blur.
Ooh, and this one's juicy. This gives us some replica lore.
Because Roxas a zombie for his first 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
But for Shion, it's not even like I have hazy memories. I just don't remember anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like, it sort of poses the question, when does a replica start forming lasting memories?
Yeah.
And why?
Truly, this is one of the more subtle horror, like lingering horror things that this series is really good at, like just very gently dropping these in, like like little ink droplets all over a puddle. Like, oh, by the way, this is how the replicas feel. What? What? What do you mean? Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway, here's Mickey. No.
Oh, don't think about that. Look at me.
No, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, Nix. I like to imagine that if Vexen didn't fucking die, he would be a strict, but ultimately invested father.
Mm-hmm. And then we get day 96. Friends by Axel. Shion regained her ability to wield the Keyblade. I don't know how or why. Maybe there's more to this Keyblade wielder stuff that they're not telling me about. I feel like I've been spending more time talking to Roxas and Shion lately than my old friend Syx. This has to have been what it was like. You know, friendship.
Oh.
My man! My friend!
And there's something very, I don't know if refreshing is the right word, but like, we've, like, the game has made it fully clear that Axel and Syx have a deep history.
Mm-hmm.
But just, I don't know, something about Axel just coming out and just saying it straightforward in his diary like this is very powerful.
It's really good. Because, yeah, again, in game, we get, like, you know, we have to see outwardly his like masking a lot, as well as just the fact that he's like genuinely trying and struggling to understand what is happening because he has been gaslit that much. So to actually see him genuinely trying to like put the pieces together and comprehend what is going on, especially this has to have been what it was like. Friendship. I am not okay or well with him slowly figuring this out.
It characterizes him very deeply for a single sentence, for sure. Because, like, it shows that his heart, as small and new as it may be, is yearning to remember what it was like. And then also saying unequivocally, this must have been what friendship felt like. I'm not feeling it with Syx now in any way, to the point that I have to speculate about what it felt like when we cared about each other. And that hurts me.
It hurts me too!
And the fact that even though that bond between them is gone, the two of them are still sort of loyal to one another. Even if it's sort of going through the motions of friendship because they remember a promise they made to each other, but aren't the same people that made that promise.
No, now they're deeply, deeply divorced.
Yeah.
Ugh. Soggy.
Like a divorced couple that started a business together.
Yeah! No, that's exactly it.
They still show up to work every day.
Uh-huh. They care about the business and the results of the business, but boy, do they hate each other. Oh, we've got ads coming up, so I'm gonna go ahead and play them.
Well, the thing is, like, I feel like it's in a way worse than hating each other. 'Cause that would be feeling something, right?
Oh, yeah. No, genuinely.
It's literally I'm going through the motions, and that's it.
There we go. There goes ads. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have more of my bandwidth.
Hell yeah.
Also, Splash, now that you've got ears, how was Emblem? Yeah, Splash and I were talking earlier about the Alien one-shot last year. And how good it was. Sweets versus the Xenomorph was so iconic.
I still live with guilt of throwing away potential of, you know, whatever was going on the ship. Because I misunderstood what the word scuttle meant.
I think Ro would have definitely still tried to get back after hearing that. So I would have likely tried to be the one to push the plot there.
Rowan can stretch.
He would have been able to at that point.
I don't think so.
No, yeah, he would have. I'm pretty sure that was after episode 5.
I mean, in the episode, we didn't really play with that concept at all, so I'm not...
You know what? It's because it was an AU and he hadn't been to Sunken Valley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Cutscenes just hit the feeling of the movie so well. Wandering around with the Marines is still scary because you're always one close call away from losing a guy. Ooh.
Ooh.
Brave calling it Aliens The Dark Descent when there's already an SEO dominating game that starts with A and ends with The Dark Descent. I don't know which one came out first, mind you, but... Aliens Dark Descent. Oh, 2023. Never mind. Wow, that game's new. I had no idea. Welcome back from ads. Welcome back from ads.
Welcome back from ads. I have like one bite of my sandwich left, so I'm gonna take that.
Take that.
Once more. Ooh.
I mean, honestly, Splasher, that sounds like a glowing endorsement for the game.
Mm-hmm. Trying to keep them safe while under the constant stress of real time. Mm-hmm. Day 97. Oh, bored. Pandemics. Every day it's work, work, work. I'm dead bored, and I'd kill for some vacay. And nobody needs his rest, am I right? And when I get it, it's gonna be nothing but me and my sitar. Oh. Shut the fuck up, damn it.
It's an incredible inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Really gives us some deep insight into who Demix really. Wait, no, never mind. No, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Day 117. Him and Roxas. Roxas is maturing at an impressive rate. His face, the way he handles the Keyblade, it's all exactly the same. The world seems so divided and alone. There's always that steady thread there to connect them. And we nobodies can never escape the things we did as humans. So it goes.
Hey, Cat, 1-to-1, just between you and me. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And here's the thing. For most people, you would expect the sentiment to go the other way. If recompleted, we can't escape the things we did as nobodies when we had no conscience and no hearts. But here is Zigbar implying that, oh, my hands were already well soiled by the time I became a nobody.
Mm-hmm. Can't even escape
So
it
it
by
goes.
being a nobody.
And the so it goes is just like, what are you gonna do, right?
Zigbar, who the fuck are you?
God, I love him.
Me too.
I love this awful bastard man.
He's terrible. Day 118. You changed, not me, by Axel. Talking to Roxas and Shion always brings back memories of my human life. Back when I was a kid. It's a weird sensation. I ought to be able to share all of this with Syx, but I just don't feel like it anymore. It's strange. But I'm content with just missing what's gone. I'm not the one who changed. You did.
Oh.
I'm content with just missing what's gone. Babe.
But no, you're not.
Ugh.
You're content with missing what's gone because it's easier to maintain a status quo than to change things, Axel.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, this is also interesting because, like, despite Axel being a positive character and Syx being a decidedly negative one, I can't help but feel like of the two of them, with their differing takes on this, Syx is the one who's right and Axel is the one who's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of the fact that Syx is a sociopath and is carrying things out detachedly, like, he's still living in a way that is true to what was important to them when they were people. And I think it's safe to say that the temporary condition of not caring about anything, being a nobody, when that's lifted, I would have to imagine that whatever they cared about before, they probably start to care about again, and Axel is just missing that.
Yup.
And also being in the seat of, like, knowing what their business was before, but we're not there yet in the series, it's like, Bud, you are incorrect. You are just incorrect.
So freaking sad.
And the reality is, Axel, both of you changed.
Yep.
But that said, I don't want to step over the humanity of the pain of someone that you've known for so long becoming a stranger to you.
God, yeah.
That is a deep wound.
Yup.
And I'm sorry, if Axel fully couldn't feel feelings, he wouldn't be saying things like, I'm not the one who changed, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's someone who's hurting that writes that.
Yeah. Then we get Day 119, Zaldin. Hearts and emotion. Watching that foolish beast flail about only deepens my disdain for humans and their incessant need to be pinned down by feelings. We became nobodies precisely to avoid the shackles of emotion. You, maybe. It was only later that we realized the scale of that loss, that some things simply cannot be done without a heart. Nonetheless, I see nary a pleasant thing about it. So that is such a read into his motivations there.
Yeah, both as a nobody and as a somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't seem like everyone in the organization feels the way of, I gave up my heart so that I wouldn't be bound by morality anymore. I'm sure he's not the only one that feels that way, but he's so far the only one really coming out and saying it like that.
Yeah.
And but then to also say, fuck though, as it turns out, we kind of needed that thing for some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Where we weren't able to know that until it was too late.
And, like, the fact that he's so obsessed with the Beast and the way that the Beast is with his emotions and how he's able to so masterfully manipulate him, it's fucking rich that he says here, oh, I wanted to get rid of the shackles of emotion, but I sure will stir them up in the Beast, though.
Yeah, because you can use them as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also, I've only later realized the scale of that loss. Some things simply cannot be done without a heart. And like, it's also, not only are the beast's emotions the strings with which you can puppet him, but they're also the source of his greatest strength.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to wonder if Zaldin gazing into the abyss of his assignment with the beast is understanding both, right?
Yeah. And like
he has a strength that I cannot replicate without a heart, despite the fact that the heart is how I'm controlling him. It still gives him something that I do not have.
Right. And like, especially with Zaldin, who is almost obsessed with this mission. Like, he goes back and he does these things at like various points when it's like, no, you shouldn't have been here, but you stayed longer.
Yeah, he's treated like he's MIA. The organization he is not accounted for because this has risen beyond an assignment. This has become his pet project. And it's almost as though he's trying to find his personal answers in what he has lost through his experiments with the beast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it will always be about gaining the beast's power, but him having this realization of, by looking at him, I realize I've lost something. And now the fascination, I have to know in greater detail what that was.
Yes, exactly.
I have to, within the beast are answers about myself. And I love that. And Nyx brings up a great point, brings up the question of who became nobodies by choice. Was it everyone? Was it only some of them? How did everyone come about being unhearted, as it were?
God, good, tasty lore.
Oh, Cake the Cat's playing the piano a little bit.
Oh.
Zaldin is such a tasty storyline.
Yes.
He was already a tasty storyline in KH2, and the breadcrumbing up to that is so good.
Right. And then we have from day 119 to day 149.
Wow.
Big jump.
That's a month. The man wearing the organization coat. That jerk. He's too powerful. I can't beat him unless I get stronger. And I'm not a sham. I'm not. He is. He's the one pretending to be something that he isn't.
Oof. Shion. I'm gonna shrivel up and die in a corner. I'm just gonna cry for eternity.
Cheer up, Shion. He didn't call you a sham. He called your Keyblade a sham. Keyblades being famously completely unrelated to the deep personhood of their given wielder. It has nothing to do with you. Ha ha. Ha ha.
And like Axel seems to believe in the we're making Kingdom Hearts to get our hearts back, but Zoldan seems to know that getting their hearts back means an end, not the is a means to an end, not the end itself. And even he is probably wrong about that. No, exactly.
Yeah, it's like they're all speculating about the size of the box while they're all still inside the box and cannot know. Fundamentally cannot know. They don't know what they want, including Xemnas, if I remember that right. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes. Xemnas is driven by a sort of force, a desire that he doesn't fully understand.
No, the obvious one, he wants to merge with Kingdom Hearts and become a god. But then, why is he going and talking that suit of armor?
Right?
That is
Old
in
friend.
the chamber. Yeah. And why is he so concerned with finding the sister chamber in Castle Oblivion? Because that doesn't seem to come to the forefront through the chain of memories. And yet it's something that's clearly very important to him.
Yup. He does a lot of things that are counterproductive to his apparent goals.
Oh.
They're just instinctively building toward Kingdom Hearts, driven like the Heartless, barely aware of what they do and why exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally pitiful Heartless, mindlessly collecting hearts. How they gather, masterless and free. In a way, a line that both pities them and, in a way, envies them.
But, like, also, that's kind of what they're doing.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah,
like,
that's literally that's why I brought this up.
Yeah. Oh.
And the sort of projection as well. Oh, you're doing this task I see as pitiful despite it being our task. And yet I yearn for what you have that I don't, which is living masterless and free.
Yeah.
Yeah, Val, the seed sowing in this series is so beautifully executed.
Ooh, yes.
And I will always I'm evil. I will always gently put down the people that say, "Oh, it's all retcons. They were just making it up as they go along."
No.
First of all, every long-term story is made up as it goes along, whether it's outlined or not.
Writing.
That's literally what writing is. But then also, where people see retcons, they misunderstand the creative process. We're not going back and making things they weren't before. We are leaving little flags, little checkpoints for ourselves that we can then call back to for significance when writing later on. But those are placed in advance knowingly. Ugh. I got one passive aggressive from Cake just now. Like, not even looking at me, just meh.
She agrees. She thinks that people's media literacy should be questioned in terms of critique as to whether or not somebody has considered whether what they're saying is true or not.
Yeah, even as simple as, trustworthy versus untrustworthy characters.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything everyone says is a perfect vessel of exposition. Things are wrong or lies sometimes.
Oh my god, right. The concept of a character lying to us is like, yeah, no, that's integral, in fact, to understand in this series. Because some of them straight up do. Some of them are just straight up wrong at different points.
I'm so used to my mid-grade anime being full of soliloquizing to the audience about exactly what's happening. I assume everyone soliloquizing is doing it as a vessel for exposition.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we don't go to the Kingdom Hearts subreddit.
This is why we don't go to the subreddit.
Said it before, I'll say it again. There's a lot of paint chip eating energy over on the Kingdom Hearts subreddit. Anyway.
Reddit in general.
Yeah. I won't lie, I do sometimes go and hate read the Kingdom Hearts subreddit when I'm not necessarily doing my best. But anyway, day 150. Dealing with Shion. As expected, the duplicate is starting to show its limits. The program showed promise, but a puppet is just a puppet. Something to be toyed with until it breaks. I am utterly at a loss as to what Roxel and Roxas and Axel see in that thing. How best to dispose of it merits my consideration going forward. And, like, it's interesting that he takes the time to write that down, because it's clearly eating at him. Like, what do I don't? It seems obvious to me that this is just an object, so why are the two of them so sure there's something more? And why don't I see it?
And, like, maybe even the rumblings of burgeoning jealousy. Oh my goodness, it's Jolter with a raid party of 10. Hi Joel, hi Finn, hi Oms. Welcome in everybody. Oh my god, 26 of them.
That's a season of an anime if it's the 2000s.
Whoa.
Or that's a alphabet, I guess.
Fen the boy kisser emote is so fucking funny. But yes, raiders, welcome in. If you do need to raid and run, please feel free to do so. Go and look after yourself and de-stream. Do what you need to do. But raiders, if you are interested in joining us, we're still going for a little bit here. Kat and I are going through the secret reports of Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. And for anybody who happens to be new here, hi, hello, my name is the Dupus. I also go by Dupe. My pronouns are any, all, and I'm the gender fluid omnisexual wonder dog. I'm joined by my beautiful wife. Kat, take it away.
I am Kat Catterday Night. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm a little mushroom.
She's a little mushroom.
It's true, that's me. I'm a little mushroom.
Mushroom.
We're not playing the game today, but I'm holding the controller because it makes my hands feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
They told me it's plugged in, and I believe it. Look at me, I'm making the guy move on the screen.
It's plugged in. There's no wires. It's wireless. Oh.
Got it.
Oh, goodness. Also, Cat, thank you for making it big. Big boy kisser.
Top 10 Shonen Ai secrets Big Boy Kisser doesn't want you to know.
I love you, you goober.
Mwah.
Mwah. So yeah, Sykes is getting jelly.
And it's so subtextual that it's almost like I would fully accept that he's a jelly, but that Sykes is genuinely oblivious to the fact that that's what it is.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
Because, yeah, what does he say immediately after? I get rid of that thing.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out how to get rid of it.
I don't see what it is, what the point is, but I need to get rid of it. You mean the project that you've been working so hard with your boss for? Where would you need to get rid of her?
But now all of a sudden my boyfriend talks to it more than he talks to me, and I'm tired of that. I won't admit this to myself, but it's gotta go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Day 151.
Those parrots missing information from Ansem. Ansem the dumbass, or Ansem Secret Darkness at points. Dude, not knowing any better. And that's the thing, is there's a lot of misinformation that is willfully given by certain characters who are in positions of power, i.e. Xemnas. And then we get a number of characters that parrot those points, believing them to be the truth. And so it's like we get intentional written misinformation coming at us from multiple sources for different reasons, and that's very tasty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm back from the evil bathroom. God damn it.
The evil bathroom.
The toilet flush sound is just a mad scientist's evil laugh.
Oh, goodness.
Day 151. Mew. I mean, those dreams. I wasn't ready to see Roxas again. I can't help but compare us. We both use the Keyblade, but we're so different. Does he dream? Seems like that's all that I do anymore. Last night I dreamt of the ocean. I was drowning. If this weren't so heartbreakingly sad, the punchline of I was drowning is almost funny. Last night I dreamt of the ocean. I was drowning.
Rowan's like, I don't think that's a punchline. It's not very funny. I get that dream all the time.
And some of the dumbass is super ableist about nobodies, and then Xemnas uses that to go, yes, you 12, internalize the ableism so I can manipulate you easier. You team of hot anime doofuses.
And again, just like, she can't stop thinking about the ocean. She cannot stop feeling the echoes of Destiny Island at this point.
And it's not even just, like, the good memories. It's her being smothered by it. Literally. I remember the sounds of waves, and last night I dreamed that I died underwater.
Right? And,
it's so beautifully a portrait of someone mentally coming apart.
Yes. Despite
trying their hardest not to.
And, like, here's a fascinating and interesting one for you. In the cutscene of the dive to the heart with Sora at the beginning of KH1, he's plunging through the water, right? What if she's implying that she was kind of having that, but like aware
Her heart
of it,
was trying to dive,
right? And she was just awake instead of like asleep during that.
I
Wouldn't know anything
do,
about that.
and whether that is an intended literal interpretation or not, I love it because she is essentially a computer program made to, as best as they can, replicate a Keyblade wielder, but is still incomplete. And so her having malformed dives to the heart feels like a glitch, right?
Yes!
Of the program trying to act out a function that was not fully embedded in it,
Right?
and getting this weird sort of failed state instead. And that's just, it's delicious.
Welcome
That's
to
a full
Flavortown,
course
baby.
meal.
Welcome to Flavortown. We are
Welcome
cooking.
to fucking Flavortown. We're cooking with long pepper.
There's long pepper.
Long pepper!
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Pours it into Rowan. I mean...
I love this game. I love this series.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I was just thinking, was it a dive to heart that didn't start? Oh.
Drink it up, Rowan. Drink it. I don't want it.
Welcome to Flavortown. Yes, the mayor's a behemoth, but he's friendly. Rolled Dolls, the BFB. The big friendly behemoth. Anyway. And it's interesting because Shion is so unsure, does Roxas dream? When the first thing she says about him was she was sure he was dreaming. And like, some of that is, was she more sure then because she wasn't as differentiated as she is now? Like, when she was still just starting to absorb him, did she have a more clear line directly into his mind because she was eating him, basically? But then when enough pieces came into place that Shion, the being, became aware of itself, that changed?
I'm a tiny compressed ball.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. We're all a tiny compressed ball.
Day 152. Like a Real Person. By Axel. Roxas and Shion must have had it out or something. Knowing them, it's something dumb, but still. Watching them, it's like they're human. It's messing with my head. I don't wonder if Roxas understood all that about the wrong buttons. I get the sense that a lot of it went right over his head.
And how interesting that Axel is comparing them to humans after the Chain of Memories events of Castle Oblivion have happened. He's met Sora. He's found morals where he didn't know he had them when he saved Naminé. He came back from Castle Oblivion different.
Being even close to Sora and then residually close to Sora via Roxas and Shion.
Yep.
It's rubbing off on him.
I mean, even from early on, just saying that Shion looks just like Naminé.
Right? And these goobers are making it impossible to believe.
It's easier for me if I maintain the status quo of believing the lies, and you're coming here and you're poking all sorts of holes in my convenient, comfortable lies. Stop it.
Gang, I've got great news. This is gonna be a hit.
I got me a new hit single. X-Face is always barking at me to work, but what's he expect me to do against a monster like that? I mean, stop and think about the skill sets when you divide up the labor already!
Dennis, get out of here! I somehow forgot that Demix had more than one entry. I genuinely thought the first one was his only one. And before you started reading Axel's, I went, wait, what? There's another one? It's almost like the devs were like, all right, we've got a heavy one, we've got a heavy one, we've got a heavy one. All right, let's lighten the mood. Let Doofus have one. I'm Doofus. Yeah, Demix.
Yeah, you are.
I love my sitar and losing around, am I right?
Working harder, hardly working. I know which one I am. Demix is the comedic relief. Yeah.
It's so fucking rich because, like, of everyone, there are so many people in Organization 13 that are, like, going through it, and Demix truly is just, like,
Kicking back and taking the day off work again. All right, yay me!
Technically, it was Larxine's turn for an entry, but, well. We didn't really want to give Demix anymore, but so many people are dead, we need to have the numbers somehow, so get in there, Slugger. I'm Demix!
yeah, you are. No, exactly, Pumpkin. Like, I'm not sure why Demix is here. Like, not just why he was recruited, but how the hell he had enough will outside his own heart to become a nobody in the first place. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Hold on to this fort with all of your might. Who the fuck is Demix?
It's made so fully clear that the conditions for becoming a nobody and retaining your form is having an extraordinarily powerful heart.
Mm-hmm.
And so, despite the fact that this guy is a fuck-off and doesn't seem to give a shit about the mission at all, there is something about him that we just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because his heart was strong enough for him to stay himself. Even though nothing that he does on screen indicates that. This man has secrets, and we don't know what they are.
The only thing we ever get to know is this.
I got a new hit single! Hey, we're like 30 minutes from ads, aren't we?
Yeah, like 23.
Cool. If you don't mind vamping for a couple of minutes, it's not going to take long, but Cake the cat is struggling with the time change and needs a little snack.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I'm not going to go long enough to justify an early ad break. I'll be back. BRB.
It's his music. It keeps him alive. Oh my god. Yup. And again, it's Demix who gives us the line,
We so too do have hearts. Sorry.
Demix is the biggest enigma in this fucking series. What do you know? Yeah, some of the lines that he says are very suspicious and just over goofy. There's a lot of like,
Man, I don't want to fight. Why are they sending me in there?
And yet he has the ability to summon water clones. Hundreds of them.
Oh, I return.
Hello. Hundreds of... His element is water. Which is canonically, a lot of the time, associated with darkness.
Yep.
Demix is an enigma, wrapped in a mystery.
I can't wait for the enigma of Demix to continue.
Mm-hmm. But yes, the Number I project.
Shion failed to complete its mission. If this continues, destroying it and using the next replica as the duplicate would undoubtedly yield a higher grade copy. Number I was among the initial lot, which naturally raises questions about its capabilities. The initial lot. At present, it is nothing short of broken. I cannot fathom why Xemnas would want to keep it.
The initial lot.
It's confirmation that we, the player, have not been shown the depth of what the replica program is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more answers to be gotten from Vexen because motherfucker's dead. The fact that there was apparently at least a whole generation of replicas created after Shion.
Mm-hmm.
And so apparently she and Riku replica would have presumably both come from the first group.
The replicas also have me to this day on the string board.
Yep. Because we don't know, especially not at this point, we don't know what a replica is.
Mm-hmm.
They call them puppets, like, so is the replica something that is built? Is it, because they speculated earlier, is it a special kind of nobody? And so sometimes I wonder, is a replica a body that has been wiped apart and memories?
Mm-hmm. Genuinely, I'm like kind of along the same lines. I'm thinking like, because again, in Kingdom Hearts 2, we get confirmation, direct confirmation, that there is human experimentation going on down there.
Yep.
And like, it's not a far leap to think, oh, not only are we doing human experimentation to create nobodies and, or rather to create Heartless and figure out like what the fuck is going on with all that, but we're also running a program to clone hearts and minds onto a person shape.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter being, the human experiments originated with Wise, and even if he stopped, the replica program is carried out by one of his apprentices.
Mm-hmm.
So we can reasonably assume that even if it's not the human experiments were the replica program, which they also could have been, if at least the human experiments were the first steps that led to the replica program.
Oh my god, I've just had a major connection breakthrough. The replica program was specifically stated to be held at Castle Oblivion, where we see Sora go into the egg to have his memories rewritten onto him.
That could explain why there were other pods.
Uh-huh.
And we know from Kingdom Hearts 2 that there is a direct line from Hollow Bastion to Castle Oblivion.
Uh-huh. And yeah,
But
these pods already look used.
Let me finish. We see that twice. Once at the end of Chain of Memories, when Mickey and Riku walk on foot from the realm between where they are at the end of Castle Oblivion, and when they arrive in the realm of light, where are they? They're outside of Hollow Bastion. And then when we start traveling to the Cavern of Remembrance, this is more of a diegetic thing, but the gameplay HUD changes to the Castle Oblivion HUD when we get into the white hallways, and the cards show up.
I don't think
So
that
yeah,
this is coincidence.
It always could be, but that is a pretty compelling connection.
I had never
Because
put two and two together.
And like this is always leaving room for this not to be the case, but it does feel strongly arguable that the fact that there were multiple pods, some of them look like they'd been used before, and we don't, aside from Sora and apparently Don and Goofy also slept in them to get their memories back. We don't know what the other ones were used for.
That's why they all have to be. That's why they have to be cards at all. They're fucking memory cards ready to be loaded into a cocoon. And like, I talked about this in Kingdom Hearts 2 with Donald and Goofy in the pods while Sora sleeps. I don't think that they were in there just sleeping. I think that the pod was also taking their memories of Sora and implanting them into Sora to make up some of the deficit. And there is an awful thing that I've noticed, which is like, this could be explained by just him hanging out with them more, but Sora gets more doofy after that. He's furious in Castle Oblivion. He's a little goofball when he comes out.
Granted, he's a little goofball to start with, and Castle Oblivion is sort of him being pushed out of himself.
But like, especially as the series goes on, he gets doofier and doofier.
Unfortunately, I worry that some of it may be flanderization, but I mean the obvious exception there being Data Sora. So, but that could also point in either direction. But we're not talking about Data Sora. I'm cutting this off because I feel like any further thoughts are just going to veer into spoiler territory.
Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, Sykes here talking about it's almost as though we could replace Shion with another replica at any time. Why aren't we doing that?
Which again,
and that's fascinating.
Which
it poses the question: if this is true, why isn't Xemnas doing that? Is it because there's something special about this replica that Sykes isn't privy to? Is there a reason that this one is able to absorb memories the way that it does when, for instance, Repliku didn't? Don't know.
And again, we've got smatterings of that jealousy in here, whether he knows it or not. Why don't we just get rid of this one and use another? I tire of this one.
I can't fathom why you're so invested in this thing. Ernesto, welcome in.
Then we go by 172, the meaning behind words. Hi Ernesto, happy Tuesday. By Axel. There's got to be something to what Sykes said. Why isn't Shion qualified to be one of us? He said to just look at her, but at what? The fact that she looks like Naminé? Shion and Naminé must be connected. Whose nobody is Shion anyway? What's Sykes hiding? Ugh! Axel is spinning so many plates at this point.
And it's also it's interesting Axel's confusion when Sykes says just look at her. Because Sykes almost assuredly doesn't see the same thing that Axel does.
No.
Like we've seen that, like to Zigbar, Shion doesn't look like Shion. Shion looks like Roxas, but in a different outfit. And Zigbar reacted to that face as though it was someone that he knew. And admittedly, I'm unsure if Sykes has ever seen her with a face at this point in the game, but even short of that, it's almost for sure that he does not, even if he has seen her with a face that's not the same one that Axel sees.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
When the thing that Axel is obviously missing because he hasn't met Kyrie yet is that it's not necessarily that she looks like Naminé, it's that Shion and Naminé both look just like Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of the missing piece. And it's interesting watching him sort of try to speculate towards the truth while not knowing that he's missing an integral piece.
Yeah, right.
Of what Shion is.
It just shows how much in the dark he is. And then we get day 173. The Gamble. I find myself envying the children. Perhaps some fundamental difference exists between those who became nobody as adults and otherwise. The longer you have lived, the more you are positioned to lose with such a gamble. But a child can look forward, unafraid, even in the face of immeasurable odds. I doubt they even see life as a gamble the way I do. This is fascinating, especially next to Kyrie's grandma's story about the kids who go on to create the worlds.
Yep. And going to be as vague about this as possible for obvious reasons, but Shion and Roxas may not necessarily be the only members of the organization who became nobodies as children. And so, to those in the know, obviously, we're playing nice with no spoilers beyond what we've played so far. But like to those in the know, you probably know who I'm talking about, and it's just interesting to apply this thought to them as well.
It just... And Luxord as well is very observant. He's never really shown to be, like, fully... He doesn't have the vibe of one who's, like, vehemently loyal. He has more the vibe of someone who's just kind of watching things unfold.
Yeah, he is one of the organization members who feels like maybe he's, despite aligning with the organization and carrying out its wishes, he does have a flavor of he might still be in this for something for him that we don't know about. And also just straight up saying, even though we're focusing on the kids, we are also saying, I had a lot to lose when I became a nobody. Doing this was a gamble.
Which again
and
adds an interesting flavor.
Yeah.
And
because we talked earlier about, who became nobodies by choice. Was it everyone? We don't know. Just the way Zaldan describes the reason to become a nobody versus Luxord here talking about it like it's a big risk. Whereas Zaldan talked about it like it was a clear means to an end that he undertook knowingly. Luxord admits that there's something to be lost. Sorry, you were about to say.
Yeah, just what Splash said there. Why Disney? There it is. This is literally a story about the power of childlike wonder and imagination.
Yeah. Oh, and also that's a great point as well. We've seen two separate nobodies related to Kyrie in a fundamental way, and both of them are capable of taking things from hearts.
Yep.
Naminé can rearrange and affect the memories of Sora and those connected to him directly. And Shion is absorbing Sora from Roxas.
Which again is fascinating, sort of subtle storytelling about Kairi.
Yes, because it then poses the question: why did both of them get these strange, unique abilities from Kairi?
Mm-hmm.
What do we not yet know about Kairi?
What is Kairi capable of? We know that she's a princess of heart.
And despite the fact that she's been kept on the back lines, at least until she's given her Keyblade by Riku in KH2, it's clear that Kairi has an importance beyond just her relationship to Sora and Riku,
Mm-hmm.
that she, by herself, is someone.
And, like, even just Kingdom Hearts 1, looking at her story progression through that, the fact that she is capable of taking a fucking joyride into Sora's heart. So, like, essentially, like,
taking
going
Sora as almost as a
corporeal,
vessel.
yeah, or incorporeal to go and join with Sora's heart, but then is also able to bring Sora back from being a Heartless.
Almost as though she held a piece of him that could be put back in to restart the engine.
Uh-huh. Which, like, then we look to Kingdom Hearts 2, where Sora has, like, a weird new form that looks very Heartlessy. So, like, then it also pans back to the question of, like, what did Kairi do to bring him back, and did it fully work? Because the answer there might be no.
If I'd have to double check, but if I remember correctly, in an interview with Nomura, Antiform is the residual darkness left from when he was a Heartless. So whether that is
Ooh.
residual darkness that will always be a part of him, or if it's literally him burning it off, and purging the last of it. It's like she put Sora back into a Heartless, and the Heartless became Sora, but didn't necessarily stop being a Heartless.
Mm-hmm.
And there are already so many interesting parallels between characters like Sora and Ansem. This is so much just me sort of veering off into speculation territory, but spoiler safe. I think there's a potential argument to be made that Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, isn't the only Heartless that has maintained its sense of self, and that the other one is Sora.
Yup. There's a lot to think about.
And like the way that Sora so readily like absorbs parts, even if it's just a little bit. I don't know. This is something that could easily just be other parts of his character, but it is still fun to think about it in terms of, is this because he is still sort of a Heartless?
Right?
We don't know.
We do have ads now coming up in 2 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop them and
Yeah,
take a little sippy break. We've got more coming up after this, so take the self-care break, and we will be right back.
Are we still audible?
You are. I'm just running to the toilet.
Hell yeah.
Mwah.
Oh, much to think about. Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm glad we did stream today instead of yesterday because I had no energy yesterday. I was a husk, and I feel much more lively today. Oh, hey, Crank. Let's see. Boruto, Batman's butler? What? Kniped. I don't know how. I somehow completely miscounted the number of entries. I was like, oh, there's almost 40 of them. No, there are 60 of them. I wasn't even close. I don't know how that happened. Damn it. Fucked by a typo. Fucked by a typo. The new erotic novel coming from famed author Chuck Tingle. Hey chat, does anyone know how easy / difficult it is to get the keycaps off a mechanical keyboard? Or I guess more specifically, do you need the special tool, or is there a safe way to do it with just like a screwdriver or something? Cool, because I'm looking at my keyboard and I'm like, oh, I can see some grut under the keys because of the backlight. It's probably about time to give that a clean.
Wow.
You can pop them off with a pick or a chopstick.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Was asking chat how hard it is to pull keycaps off of a keyboard because my keyboard needs a clean.
Real easy. Best piece of advice, take a picture of your keyboard before you do it.
Oh, well, obviously. What, like I'm going to remember where all the keys go?
Uh-huh. There is a surprising amount of people who don't think about that the second that they do that, and then they're like, oh, I've erred.
Yes. Yeah.
I've gravely erred. Yes, Joel. Yeah.
Oh, no, Joel.
Oh, we'll do it. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, we are just past halfway through the entries. So I'm not saying we need to speed run them, but I will say I may pick up the pace a tiny bit.
So fair.
I also told chat, hey, remember when I said there's almost 40 of them? I don't know how I counted this badly. No, there were 60 of them. That's not even close. I wasn't even close.
Many.
That's many. Yeah, that's many.
Many. This is Sykes.
Shion continues to sleep. All analysis on its functions suggests no marked change. The copying appears to be working, but a replica is a replica. My latest report to Zemnis on this net me no clear answers. He simply stood, smiling. At times I find his thinking impenetrable. Zemnis really said...
Yeah! Fucking Twitch default smiley.
And Sykes is like, right, man. I'm gonna get back to it, I guess. Oh.
Day 196. Day 193, rather. That's not a 6.
It's not. I finally wake up just to pass out again? Why? Because I'm a failure? God, girl. Like, obviously she means as a replica, but or just as a failure of whatever, but like the thought of, why did I fall asleep? Is it because I'm a failure?
Mm-hmm.
Is, in any other circumstance, that might be kind of funny. No. I dreamt the whole, I dreamt the whole, God, this gets me every time. I don't know why they worded it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I dreamt the whole while, right?
Right.
But it looks like I dreamt the whole while I was out.
Yep.
What? I dreamt the whole time I was out.
Mm-hmm.
It is needlessly weirdly worded. Anyway, it was something nostalgic, but what? Why can't I remember? It could be a key memory from my human life. All I can remember is the sound of waves, gentle, in the distance.
So, Shion doesn't know that she's a replica yet. No! That's day 255!
Yeah, I fully misspoke when I said as a replica, because like, oh wait, that's not yet.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And speaking of replicas... the replica. I never thought I'd see the word replica again. Any rational man would realize the Riku replica was not likely unique. But I'm the only one in the organization who knew of his exceptional copying functionality. Oh my god! Yeah, so like, again, we've got direct confirmation. Yeah, Riku replica was really good at being a copy of Riku.
He was a great Riku.
Mm-hmm. But I'm the only one in the organization who knew of his exceptional copying functionality, and that he ultimately formed a sense of self. The fact that I knew all that and still never noticed the truth about Shion speaks to how remarkable of a replica she must be. But my questions remain unanswered. Who is she a replica of? Namine? Kairi? Or perhaps someone entirely different? Why did the organization admit her into its membership? And why would such a fine replica fall unconscious or sporadically lose its command of the Keyblade? All excellent questions.
Axel finally starting to see the fucking depth of the mystery here.
Uh-huh. That he's directly in the middle of.
Yeah. The Riku replica was an exceptional replica and perfectly functional. And Shion is somehow a greater success, so why is she so broken?
Mm-hmm.
When she is clearly more successful than the complete success of Riku replica.
Yeah. 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 Right, no, exactly. It's copying ability or copying functionality.
Yeah, and I personally still draw a mental line between copying and absorption.
Yes.
Because my guess is that for Riku replica, he perfectly copied the likeness and personality of the memories that were placed into him intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Shion was the one who pulled the memories herself instead of having them placed in her.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Day 2,
and yeah, the whole he formed a sense of self. Once he found out he was a replica, like he didn't break. I mean, he broke down sort of, but he didn't break down mechanically.
No.
He moved forward as a new person who knew that he was not the Riku he was programmed to be, but programmed in his image, and that in that was where he was his own person.
And like wildly
and like
enough,
he started to resent Riku.
Yeah. And like even
the way
beyond
Shion
that,
was supposed to start resenting Roxas if they let them write her the way they wanted to. Anyway.
Ugh, yeah. But like even beyond that, the fact that Namine was able to manipulate Rikuplica's memories because he was such a good copy.
Yeah. He fit the bill of a being connected to Sora so closely that her powers still had access to him.
Yep.
Because he functionally, in all the important ways, was Riku.
Yeah. Absolutely gonzo bonkers.
Yeah. And just really speaks to how terrifying the capabilities of this program are.
Mm-hmm. Day 224. Shion. Even if Shion is a replica, a puppet, she's still Shion. I understand that in my head, but how do I interact with her now? Riku Replica was just a tool, but I can't use Shion. No, I was wrong to have just used Riku Replica in the first place. How is a man-made puppet any less worthy than a nobody that was never meant to exist at all? They're both ambiguous, tenuous at best, and she's my friend. Even if neither of us should exist, that doesn't invalidate the bonds we form. Next break we get, I told her we'd all go to the beach. I hope we get the chance. Our little summer vacation. I know if we can get together and laugh about stupid stuff, that this nagging doubt will go away. Axel! It's the boy! I'm shaking him! God.
I love this as a growth moment for him because it's not just Shion is still Shion. It's I also recognize, if too late, I denied the personhood of someone who deserved to have it recognized, and I was wrong. And that's just such a... It's a very humanizing bit of growth for him.
Yeah.
Because, like, not only in, like, being told that he's a nobody without emotions, not only is he already pushing them down because of that, his role is the assassin. He's the one who is who needs to coldly and detachedly go and kill people when people need to be killed, right? There's such a compartmentalization of the work that has to be done there, and for him to look back and go, that was a person that I used like a tool, and I was wrong, is powerful, and also a really, I don't know if redeeming is the right word, because we've seen enough of Axel at this point to know that he wasn't irredeemable to begin with, but it does still redeem one of his biggest sins.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
Even if not fully, in the eyes of the understanding of the audience of who he is morally.
God, this one destroys me.
Absolutely.
This one leaves me not okay, needing hospital. Bleeding on the floor in the bathroom, crying and pissing.
Look, apply a tourniquet and you can have hospital after cream. Gotta stem the bleeding right now. We're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
225.
Oh. My body feels heavy. My head aches. I'm too busy dreaming to get any rest from sleep. Axel knows something. He's hiding some secret. It must be in Castle Oblivion. That's where I was born. And so it begins.
And in fact, the fact that our next one is then 255, which we talked about in the game.
Being the final number countable with dip switch binary.
Yup. That's truly the day when things start getting mondo fucked.
Yep. The day the stacks begin to overflow.
And wouldn't you know who did this one? Oh, it's Xemnas.
Oh. Shion's appearance should vary based on the relation of the viewer to her. Sykes sees her simply as a puppet, program approaches completion. Through Roxas, Shion is assembling a copy of the hero of the Keyblade. As proof, she sometimes appears to take on his form to my eyes. And because Xemnas was the first member of the organization to reach out and find Sora, we obviously don't get these until either after the end of the game or late enough in the game that we're going back and clearing challenges. But just there's something about just Xemnas directly saying, I see her as Sora sometimes. It's chilling, one, because it puts into perspective what is happening to her, and also highlights that Xemnas himself has, among the organization members, a bit of a special connection to Sora.
It is terrifying.
And delicious.
Oh, yes.
Splash Academics again! Oh. And then day 256, day 1 of stack overflow. Shion's disappearance is fascinating. If she really is breaking from our control, it's a sign of her approaching the essence of the hero. It seems Syx doesn't truly see her. I'm curious to know how she appears to the others. I see her as him, though I suspect Xemnas sees entirely something else in her.
Which we have confirmed in the game. He sees Roxas in a different outfit.
He sure does.
He doesn't see Sora.
Which is interesting that he doesn't just say, I see her as Roxas.
No, he says him.
Now why could that be? No idea. Moving on.
In the car.
But the one thing I will say is, once again, even though he doesn't know directly, I suspect Xemnas sees something entirely different. My man is on the up and up with everything.
Literally.
Like, even stuff that Xemnas is telling him, he reads him like a book.
Yup.
And also, to be the only one aware that Shion takes on different forms to different people. Aside from, I mean, Xemnas himself.
And, like, Axel suspecting. But even then, it's, like, loose and just, like...
He's the only one coming out here saying it so directly.
Yeah, right.
As though he knows for certain.
Day 257. In the cards. The air is charged. I can feel it. You go out on a big gamble at a time like this, and you're going to lose big. That said, it's betting against the worst odd that nets you the biggest win. I'm eager to see how this hand plays out. And again, Luxord is just alluding to being the sort of like wily, I can feel that shit's going down. I'm not going to do anything about it, but I'm going to watch here, and I'm going to make bets.
Yep. I can tell we've entered the end game. And just the fact that, again, I'm eager to see how this plays out. The fact that he's just so intellectually fascinated by what's happening and, like, sort of popcorning about it.
Well, what else have I got to do? The Poker League has half gone down in Castle Oblivion. I've got to keep myself busy somehow, and Sykes' incessant playing of the sitar is only so novel for so long.
Well, he's not any good at it. I wish he'd just give it back. God forbid I branch out.
Wait, shit, no, I said Slayix, not Demix.
And I yes-anded.
Yeah, you did. Behind the truth. Shion is gone. Roxas still doesn't know anything, but Shion found out. That's why I need to find her. We don't have hearts, so we accept facts we're given as truth, but something far more important lies behind the truth. Slayix would laugh at people with no hearts calling each other friends, but that doesn't make it not so. As the nobody of the hero of the Keyblade, and the replica of that nobody, these two are special. Unique in every sense of the word. That doesn't change the fact that we're friends. Nothing will. Got it memorized, Shion? This man continues to stab my heart.
Friendship is so important to him, even if he's trying to tell himself that it's not.
It is. I'm putting him in my mouth and I'm shaking him.
And like, if friendship wasn't so important to him, he wouldn't be so bitter at Sykes. Speaking of whom, Day 277, True Agenda. Excellent, Roxas up to something. No plot they concoct will change the fact that the organization has cast off Shion, though. Our plans have split, diverged, and advanced now to the next stage. The Number I project and the replica program merely pave the way. Our true goals lie elsewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sykes doesn't seem to think that the replica program is all as integral to the grander plan as some people are making it out to be. Almost as though the replicas were a stepping stone, and now we move on to the next stage. And God, our plans have split, diverged, and advanced now to the next stage. You know he's talking about Axel.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want different things now, and we've both moved forward with conflicting goals.
Ugh. Because, yeah, they were working together at the start of this. Like, Axel kept reporting back to Sykes about what was going on in Castle Oblivion.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't seem like collusion ever fully stops, but boy, does it change.
Oh, chickens.
Yeah.
Chickens.
I love chickens.
Me too. They're silly little guys.
Day 296. Hidden Truths. None of us really know everything that's going on in Castle Oblivion. Some rooms even Zemnis doesn't know about. Not many are even aware that Shion was born there. I wonder if the truth about that place will ever surface.
What an
And again,
interesting thought you have, Zigbar.
Zigbar knows that there are rooms that Zemnis doesn't know about.
Curious.
So, Zigbar, why do you know that? If the leader of the organization doesn't?
And why aren't you telling him?
Yep. I'm playing my own game. I'm busy with my own plans. Alright.
Day 297. Contact with Riku. The man they're calling the imposter. That fake organization member? It's Riku. Roxas could very well remember that, somewhere deep in his memories. Still, it's too soon to report this. I need to know why Shion was with him first. If she's siding with the hero, it could easily mean her erasure.
What are you planning to do, Shion? He's catching on, he's catching on, he doesn't want to lose his friends.
The very next day, Axel failed to report that the imposter and Shion are working together. Instead, that news came from Roxas. The boy is far more easily handled than Axel, but now Axel has captured Shion and returned her to us. His motives are impossible to read. Our plans can be altered if necessary, but doing so can only delay their realization.
God. The value.
And, like, the fact that Axel's motives are based in his investment in friendship here.
Mm-hmm.
And Sykes is still so far gone that he can't even comprehend the fact that someone could be motivated by something like friendship.
Yeah.
Really shows how much that their paths have diverged.
Right. Truly upsetting.
Yeah. It's almost like part of Axel is becoming himself again.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Sykes is still more or less exactly where he's been.
Mm-hmm. The value of a lie. Roxas doesn't trust me after the whole Shion incident, but I can't tell him the truth yet, so I keep lying. It's no big deal when you're a nobody. There's no guilt, no feeling at all. So why does it still sting? Just a little, when I lie to him. All my dealings with Roxas give me this bizarre illusion of humanity.
Being a nobody is great. I can lie without feeling guilt. So why do I feel guilt?
Mm-hmm. Why is it that when I'm talking to my best friend in the whole goddamn world that I feel really, really bad when I tell him lies?
Looking at, just staring straight at the camera. I feel like I'm almost there. Ah, well. It's watching Axel come within inches of just realizing we have hearts, but never quite getting there. It hurts.
Heartbreaking.
Yes. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Day 300. We watched the sunset today. The three of us. I didn't think we'd ever be able to do that again. It's like that dream that I had. The one where I was by the shore with Roxas and Axel, watching the sunset over the water. I just want to stay with them, but how? What did I do?
That's direct confirmation then.
Yep, it was a dream.
Yeah. Full direct confirmation.
Yep, that whole scene that we dug down on.
Yep. Ugh. Soggy. Shion or Roxas?
One more second, though. And it's interesting because Roxas's conversation with Axel after that was, I can't remember if today was real or not.
Mm-hmm.
It really shows how the boundaries between where Shion ends and where Roxas begins are getting very fuzzy.
Yeah.
She's starting to affect him in very tangible ways. Beyond just taking his keyblades sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Shion is burning through missions at full tilt. She seems frantic. Why? I don't know. And speaking of, I still don't know what to say to Roxas. Even without my orders from Sykes, I'd do anything to stop Roxas from being erased. I just don't know if I can stand by and let that happen to Shion either.
That's a truly horrible position to be in.
Mm-hmm.
You have two best friends, both of whom you are so committed to, and suddenly life says, you gotta pick one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a decision that wouldn't be hard for someone without a heart.
And like, extra
And
when
yet
they've
here
had...
he is struggling with it.
Right? And like, here we have him like really pouring it out on the paper, and he doesn't know how to bring this to Roxas without making things worse. So then we get those scenes where he has the argument with Roxas, trying to keep the status quo when like everything's falling apart, but Roxas can't do that. And then we get the misunderstanding from Roxas of, nobody would miss me. That's not true! I would. That I would is almost like, I've been trying to tell you this the whole time, and I just didn't know how. But I care so much about both of you.
And all of his mistakes that he makes are the types of mistakes that someone with a heart who is too invested to see the way forward would make.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's all, if he were truly bereft of heart, he would have no trouble choosing one or the other, and it would likely be Shion because she's more integral to the mission.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't be afraid of hurting Roxas's feelings, and so he would probably just be much more upfront. The fact that he's failing, it's almost like he hasn't remembered how to use a heart, even though he has one.
Yeah. And he's so conflicted about it. It's tearing him apart.
Yes, it is. Ugh. Ooh. Nearly 3 weeks later. Axel's always helping me out, so I just assumed that he would again. How long has he known about me? Maybe since long before we met in Castle Oblivion. But he told me to think for myself. I was so happy. But now, as I get stronger, Roxas keeps getting weaker. They shouldn't exist anymore. They say that nobody's meant to exist, but I'm the real affront. But before I'm gone, I want to help Roxas and Axel. Even just a little. I think the boy I saw today is the same Sora from my memory. It almost goes without saying, but there is something so heartbreaking about even just beginning a sentence, but before I'm gone.
Yeah.
I want to help
knows.
them even just a little.
Right.
Yeah, she knows she's on borrowed time, and it's so fucking sad.
Mm-hmm.
Day 322. The plan. Be they a puppet or the hero's nobody. We merely need a functional Keyblade wielder. The details are unimportant. The puppet developed to a point where the hero of the Keyblade may be entirely redundant. Indeed, perhaps we ought never allow Sora to awaken. He cannot be controlled. He will rise up against us. We must move our agenda ahead with that firmly in mind.
Oof. Xemnas truly
even here, it's like
fucking scary here.
Yeah, like the plan clearly was like from Castle Oblivion. The plan was we take the Keyblade boy.
Mm-hmm.
We drink the milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so. It's I don't know. It's a window into his pragmatic ruthlessness. It's a part of him that we've always known was there, but just hearing him say, I mean, shit, we might not even need Sora at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we just keep him dead and use this puppet that we can actually control?
So fucked up.
So fucked. After the hero of the Keyblade a goal that he was so invested in. Like, fuck him.
Right.
He's just another tool in the toolbox, and I found a better, more obedient hammer. So why bother using that one again?
Let's just leave
Completely,
it asleep.
completely
Yeah.
erasing the humanity of everyone.
Right.
It's like not even erasing, because like erasing requires sort of an acknowledgement of existence, right? It's just as though the humanity of others just isn't real to him.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. God, I'm just thinking about in Cage 2 when Sora's like, but don't you remember what it was like? And he says, as a matter of fact, I don't.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, truly that previous like that is exactly where my mind went as well. Like with just that complete like detachment.
And it's even compared to like someone like Sykes or Zigbar, his detachment just feels like it's in a league of its own, right?
Mm-hmm.
To say nothing of Axel and Roxas, who are clearly regrowing hearts and struggling with growing pains. Like, it's not even always different from them. He is the most detached motherfucker in this whole bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
God. Oh.
And then we get day 352, What I Must Do.
Riku gave me this time. Axel told me to spend it thinking for myself. The organization is determined to erase either Roxas or me. They'll never allow us to coexist. I love Roxas and Axel. I'm sure Sykes would scoff at that, call it a trick of my artificial memories, but the time I spent on that clock tower was real. I wish the three of us could stay together, just like this, forever. But I have to end this. I'll never forget today's sunset. Even if Roxas and Axel do, I won't forget.
I don't.
Like, it almost feels like it goes without saying because it's so clearly like the point, but there's just something so unbelievably sad about a child having to make preparations for their death.
Yeah. Yeah.
About having to think about things that a 14 or 15-year-old shouldn't be grappling with, let alone on this scale.
Yeah. For real.
Like, there's just so much in all of the main characters, but especially with Shion here, you can that tangible, the pain of a childhood lost, almost.
Like, she's only just found out that she's a replica, and hasn't even properly had time to process that with everything else going on.
No. And she's already going to start making preparations for when she's dead.
In Frankie and Bugs' playthrough, they had a theory that Xemnas keeps ripping his heart out whenever it grows back. Ooh. Ooh, that is tasty theory.
And yeah, Pumpkin, I've also wondered if Xemnas has been willfully recusing himself over and over, specifically because he doesn't have the symptoms of a regrowing heart.
No.
And while he still embodies the flawed, heartless image of what a nobody is to the academics that have misunderstood them.
Right.
And and if that's the case, there's something truly chilling about someone even we go back to Zaldan's entry about we cast off our hearts, knowing that it was necessary, but even we couldn't understand what it was that we were going to lose. He knows that he's lost something, and to compare that to Zenith, who, if this is, what's happening behind the scenes, just having had probably a parallel experience, still saying, "Cut it out again.
Ooh.
I don't care. Get rid of it."
I have a horrible theory.
Sure. Can we?
Yes.
Can we? All right, go ahead.
What if that's how he's Norting people? What if that coincides with every time he grows a bit more heart, he has the ability to then Nort someone?
Well, it's Xehanort doing that, not him.
Because...
Anyway, maybe sticking with stuff that we're covering on now.
I have one hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Syx and Xigbar simply being those of like the yellow eye and pointed ears. Like,
and that is a good point. We shouldn't be talking about this right now because we're in days.
That's true.
Like
That's
we're
true.
we're gonna need to cut this from the episode.
Okay, yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh. Putting Xion back in, Sora takes the entire web of connections she's built with her, which is very nominee adjacent. So what the hell is Kairi capable of that even reflections and memories of her are this powerful? Yeah, we were saying this earlier, like, the implications of Naminé and Xion make Kairi a fascinating study.
Yeah, and like, in the way that the organization nobodies all take on an elemental affinity that they don't necessarily show as somebody's.
Mhm.
Like it's almost as though heart/memory is the sort of element that Kairi's nobodies can work in.
Mm-hmm.
It does pose the question why.
God damn.
Yeah, Kairi is important beyond what we've been told explicitly, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shall we move on?
Yes.
Day 353. The future that never was. I can't tell Xion she was wrong. Can't bring myself to end her. But it's either that or I have to erase Roxas. There's no future where the three of us can just sit down and eat ice cream. I know Roxas will never understand. I don't want to acknowledge it myself. God, that's painful.
I'm assassin,
Mm-hmm.
and now my next target I have to pick between my two best friends.
Mm-hmm. But it's not like I want to.
No, but I have to.
I'm
That's my
devastated.
job.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. If I don't fulfill my purpose, I know what happens.
Right.
Oh. Day 354, where I belong. I wanted to see Roxas one more time, but I couldn't. What would I say? Do I ever really exist? Even if not, I just hope that those times we spent watching the sunset were real. I know Naminé will tell me how to get back where I belong. I should hurry to go see her. Having to question whether you were ever real is still it's already so tragic, but even that it somehow manages to still hurt more.
Ugh.
Yeah. Day 355. Gears of Xemnas' plans have begun to spin wild since the loss of half our membership at Castle Oblivion. The results are there, but can this state of affairs fairly be called a success? If Kingdom Hearts can be said to possess a mind of its own, it's surely rejecting Xemnas. No, rejecting Xehanort. Roxas left the organization today.
And again, at this point, why does he know that name?
The way that the order of information being presented here, the fact that it's Roxas left the organization is the last thing he says.
Yo.
It's almost like, and as if to prove that this whole thing is a failure, Keyblade's gone. And yeah, chronologically, we haven't gotten to KH2 yet, so the name Xehanort hasn't really been reintroduced to people.
Nope.
Because everyone's just been saying Ansem and Xemnas, and yet here is Zigbar clearly fully aware.
Truly,
this man knows more than anyone.
Sew this in here for now, and then when you come back and look at this later, you're gonna shit your pants.
Well, I mean, this game came out after 2, so like we, the audience, know who Xehanort is. But it was such a big reveal that even Mickey had to remember. Wait a minute.
Yup.
And so for Xigbar to just sort of casually drop that information even before any of the main cast become privy to it, it's just another, this man clearly knows not only more than we understand, but more than anyone else in the organization. And just the idea that Xemnas is being rejected by the Kingdom Hearts is fascinating in and of itself.
Right. Then we get day 356. Unforeseen events.
My plans never accounted for the possibility of both Shion and Roxas leaving. How did this come to pass? When did Roxas grow strong enough to outmuscle me? What were you really after, Lee? We joined the organization at the same time and formulated our plan. At this point, it's just an idle fantasy. Everything changed. You and me.
Ugh.
And like this is like the one real glimmer of humanity that we get from Sykes. Between KH2 and now, this is the moment, right? Aside from, inferences that can be made from their scenes together. And I mean, just, there's a sadness in calling Axel by his real name here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we formulated our plan. At this point, it's just idle fantasy. He's feeling lost. He's, like, I don't want to go so far as to say he's mourning, but, like, he is clearly pained by the loss of what was important to them. the
And
reason
even,
that they're here.
it's fascinating as well, even just seeing him admit, yeah, I changed too.
Yeah. Because, yeah, at first it was, you've changed. And when Axel was like, no, fuck that. It was you. And then, yeah, it's him finally reconciling with, we're both different.
Mm-hmm.
We both changed.
Mm-hmm. This game's really good. I know I always say it, but this game's really good.
There are certain bits of Sykes I would love to have gotten to see more of, but this is a really good, satisfying moment
Yeah.
of control for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sykes is such an easy character, especially if you're not doing things like reading the secret reports, to just sort of see as great. He's the second biggest sociopath asshole in the organization, and
Right.
completely miss all of the other layers to him, because those layers are kept very well hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And then things like this, it's like, no, he was a person just as much as the rest of them, and that person, even if tiny, is in there somewhere. Ah.
Day number 357. To my best friend. Roxas left. It's so like him just to leave that winter ice cream stick behind. Come tomorrow, I'll probably get the order to hunt him down. But leaving that here makes it feel so permanent. I wish the three of us... No. The two of us could share some ice cream again someday. That's what it is to be friends. Why did you write 3, Axel? Why did you write 3? He knows!
Not anymore.
Some tiny shred of him knows. And he doesn't know why.
And that moment reads to me as we get to see in writing the moment that he forgot.
Oh. So sad.
Ugh. And here we are.
Day number 358.
With luck, we can bring Roxas back into our fold. But even if Sora should awaken as the hero of the Keyblade, he is bound to keep unlocking hearts. If he should come to target us, we need simply subdue him and use his powers ourselves once more. I must become one with Kingdom Hearts. I will become a higher existence. All of my true ambitions begin there.
Oh.
Yeah, he wants to become a god.
Yep. He only knows he has to do this.
And then to use the powers that he would gain as an avatar of Kingdom Hearts to do something.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Hard to say. But we can probably pretty safely conclude that it's something within the realm of what Kingdom Hearts itself is capable of doing.
Right?
And while at this point we know fairly little about what it is Kingdom Hearts can possibly do, Xemnas clearly wants the ability to do some of that himself for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. And what a perfect button to end the secret reports on as well.
Yeah.
All of my true ambitions begin there.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
What a perfect final piece of information to be given by this game.
Exactly. Oh, god damn, the secret reports are so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I am a bit soup at this point, but like I don't really have any like final sort of wrap up conclusive thoughts aside from the obvious of like these are so, again, just the amount of lore and the amount of confirmation of people's motives, the amount of contextualization, and also confirmation of like, no, that straight up is weird, or like that straight up is how something is working in game. Like, these are a perfect little window into essentially the developers confirming, yes, this is canon. Yes, this is a thing that character thought. Yes, this is a thing that works this way in this game, or in this series as at large. So things like the little snippet of Shion's like, no, I was blank. It's like, then we can confidently go forward saying like, replicas probably experience that when they're born. That it's just blank, like that they're a slate.
I was online, but I wasn't anyone yet.
Yeah. And like,
and to go more directly to the Xemnas of it all, it is kept so ambiguous what his true motives are, not just in Days, but in the entire KH2 as well. He tells them it so that they can have hearts. None of them understand why they need them. Like, even in Days, I forget who it is, if it's Zaldin or Lexius, it tells Roxas, we need hearts. We'll understand we need them once we have them. And then to as the final word of this of the saga of Kingdom Hearts, for Xemnas to just look at the camera and say, I'm gonna merge with that bitch. I'm gonna become God. That's what this really was the whole time, is so satisfying.
Yeah.
Because it's kept so mysterious.
Yeah.
To then, as the final sentence of the game that follows Kingdom Hearts 2 is, and that's my plan.
Right. And truly, it is I will become a higher existence. I've been using everyone.
Everyone.
I don't care if they get their hearts back or not. The only thing that matters is that we make Kingdom Hearts, and I become a god.
Yep.
What a cunt.
he's still a step more ruthless than we thought he was, and this fully just tells us that.
Yeah. Like, unequivocally. And even again, like, the game shows us, like, the slow unfolding of nobodies as well, in terms of, like, oh, they don't have hearts. It's like, if you had any room to doubt any of that, all of Axel's, all of Shion's, all of Roxas's diary entries, it's pretty undeniable.
And even by the end, like, Sykes is a hint as well.
Yeah. No, exactly.
He misses the person that Axel was when they were friends, and that's why he uses his real name.
And again, like, we get such interesting little looks into characters that didn't get as much screen time. So we get a view into how smart Zexion is, again, like, from this point of view outside of Chain of Memories. We get, again, more of Vexen's point of view, which just really pulls a lot of the research into question of, like, no, seriously, what were they doing down there? What is the replica program? How is he doing this? Yeah,
and I do love that the Zexion confirmation is he had to go because he knew too much and was going to figure us out because he was too smart. It's something that doesn't feel like, oh my god, what? But it so perfectly underscores what we already know about his character, is that he's, I mean, second maybe to Vexen, the smartest one in the organization, and that was a threat to them, so they killed him for it.
Yep. And, like, we get all these subtleties as well with, like, Zigbar and Luxord, like, alluding to knowing more than they know, or just simply, like, I don't necessarily have an allegiance, I'm just here to watch. Like,
yeah. And, like,
good characterization.
For Zigbar, there's the clear... I am aware of things beyond the scope of the rest of the organization, Xemnas included.
Yes!
And for Luxord, it's almost, while I may not know what it is, I am fully certain there's more to all of this than what I've been told.
Love these. But, I'm Soup. You're probably Soup.
I'm also Soup.
You can catch
hey,
us.
Probably want to rate out before the ads hit.
Yeah. You can catch us again on stream fairly soon. Let me go ahead and find us a raid target. And then we can give you our end of stream spiel.
Oh, Pumpkin, that's a great point. Xemnas is so uncomfortable around Vexen because Vexen is constantly one step away from figuring out how easy it is to grow a heart back. And yeah, boy, wouldn't the pioneer scientist behind the replica program be in a unique position to figure that out?
Right? We're gonna go see Reb.
Yeah. Yeah.
We read the organization's diaries, and I think Axel likes Roxas or something. Unless you've got a better one.
I'm Soup.
Respect. Looking respectfully. There we go. That's our raid message for today. I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid, and Kat, when can the lovely people find you next?
Possibly tomorrow.
Ooh.
But then we will be having Sunken Valley Debrief over on my channel on Thursday.
Yeah, woo! And,
yeah, woo.
Yeah, that's when you can next find me as well, as I will be with Cat and Splash. We will have no Fen on Thursday, which is ironic, given the episode we just had. But we will be doing the debrief on his behalf. You've been Spores! And then after that, you can find me again on Saturday. With Fen, we will be doing MSQ. So make sure to keep your peepers out for when we go live. Keep your eyes on announcements and all of that good stuff. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of Time Zone.
Yeah, woo.
Woo, yeah. And of course, if you do need to raid and run from Reb, make sure you drop that raid message just so that Twitch gives Reb all of those tasty analytics and all that good stuff. But yeah, until then, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Saturday night.